This might be the hardest job interview in the world. 8 candidates walked into the exam room, and the moment they got their test papers, they froze because the test was empty, a completely blank sheet of paper. Everyone was confused, but nobody dared to speak. Because before the exam started, the examiner announced 3 strict rules. Rule number 1, you are not allowed to talk to the examiner or the security guards. Rule number 2, you are not allowed to leave this room. Rule number 3, you are not allowed to stain or damage the test paper. Break even one rule and you're eliminated instantly, and you lose your chance at a job that pays $10 million a year. After reading the rules, the examiner started an 80-minute countdown and walked out of the room. The candidates stared at the blank paper, completely lost. No one even knew what the question was. Time kept ticking. One woman couldn't take it anymore. She thought, maybe the blank paper means we're supposed to write a professional report, so she picked up her pen and started writing. But the moment she wrote her name, the guard walked straight over, grabbed her, and threw her out of the room because she violated rule number 3. You can't stain the paper. After watching her get eliminated, everyone else dropped their pens immediately. But then, one man suddenly realized something. The examiner only mentioned 3 rules, which means as long as you don't break those rules, everything else is allowed. So he casually stood up and started shadowboxing. The guard didn't react at all, so he got even bolder. He started greeting the other candidates like it was nothing, because the rule only said you can't talk to the examiner or their guards. It never said you can't talk to each other. Once the others realized it was allowed, they all started talking too, and they began brainstorming. Why is the test paper blank? Then Anna stood up. She said, what if the paper is made with some kind of chemical? Maybe the question only appears under certain light. Everyone thought she might be right, so they held the paper close to the ceiling lights, but nothing happened. Then Jack said, maybe it needs special light, like UV or infrared, but there wasn't any of that in the room. At the same time, a blonde woman noticed something on the wall, emergency lights. To test the theory, they smashed one of the lights, and seconds later, a blue emergency light turned on. They thought, this is it. Now we'll see the question. But after testing, the paper was still completely blank. Jack thought they picked the wrong color. Maybe there were other lights in the room. Then Anna, who was super observant, pointed something out. There was another light tube on the wall that hadn't turned on yet. That gave them hope, so they smashed that emergency light too. And the room lit up with a warm yellow glow. But sadly, the paper still didn't change. And then they noticed Jack. Since the moment they entered the room, Jack hadn't stood up even once. So they asked him why. Jack looked at them and said something strange. What they didn't realize was that Jack had just revealed the secret of the blank paper.